The night has arrived with a whisper of urgency. And Virgo, you are standing before what is called the final gate. There is no coincidence in your presence here. September 25th carries an energy unlike any other, an alignment that speaks of endings, beginnings, and the rare invitation to step through a passage that will not open again in the same way. The warning is clear. This gate does not remain open past midnight. The promise is brighter still. Within it lie 5 keys, 5 sacred steps that can unlock abundance if embraced in time. This moment is not for everyone. Many will scroll past, distracted, untouched by the pull of destiny. But you are still here, reading, sensing that something within these words belongs to you. That sensation is the mark of belonging. You have felt the quiet tug on your spirit, the subtle reminder that you were not made for ordinary paths. Tonight is not random. It is the night when Virgo's preparation meets heaven's timing. The final gate is not about fear, but about choice. Promise and threat weave together here. If you align with the 5 keys, doors to blessing open like golden pathways, flooding your life with new flow. But if ignored, the gate closes, leaving karmic loops and old traps to tighten their hold. The decision is yours, but the call is urgent. Midnight is not only the end of a day, it is the seal of a cycle. You may already feel the pressure of this threshold in your body, a restless energy, a sudden clarity, or a sense of heaviness that makes sleep uneasy. These are not mistakes. They are signs that you are standing close to the door, sensing both the promise on the other side and the weight of what must be left behind. Virgo, you were not brought here to hesitate. You were brought here to learn the 5 keys and to step forward with certainty before the clock strikes its last hour. Stay until the final line, because at the end of this journey you will speak a decree, a living seal that closes the past and opens the flow of abundance. Without it, the path dissolves. With it, your life bends toward breakthrough. And as you hold this urgency in your chest, you will see how your long and silent preparation has made you ready for this very moment. Virgo, the truth is that your preparation did not happen in the spotlight. It happened in the shadows, in the places where no one applauded, where no one noticed, where your discipline seemed to go unrecognized. You have walked with silence as your companion, carrying responsibilities others would not, sacrificing pleasures for duties, and learning the art of patience in a world obsessed with haste. Many around you misread this silence. They called it hesitation. They called it rigidity. They called it unnecessary weight. But what they never understood is that silence was not your weakness. It was your preparation. Every hour you labored without recognition was a deposit into the unseen. Every time you swallowed your frustration, the heavens recorded your endurance. Each hidden effort became a seed waiting for the soil of the right season. And tonight, that soil softens, making way for the sprouting of what you thought had been forgotten. Nothing was wasted. Spirit does not discard discipline. The invisible world does not overlook integrity. You were being shaped for something that required resilience, something that demanded a vessel strong enough to hold abundance without spilling it. Others around you may have been celebrated earlier, but many of those celebrations faded quickly because their roots were shallow. Yours, Virgo, have been stretching deep in silence, making you unshakable when the storm rises and the blessing pours. This is why you have felt the strange weight of being underestimated. It was not injustice, it was protection. The recognition withheld was not rejection, but a delay meant to preserve you until the moment when the gate could open. That moment is now. You are no longer being hidden to be ignored. You were hidden so you could be revealed at the right time. In this hour, the balance begins to shift. Private pain moves toward public recognition. Silent endurance transforms into visible blessing. The chains of generational patterns you carried are loosening, not because you escaped them, but because you stood firm long enough to break them. This is the quiet honor of Virgo, to carry the hidden load until the moment arrives when the world must see what heaven already knew. And that unveiling is the bridge leading you into the mystical frame of this final night. There is a design beneath the surface of this night, and it is no accident that you are awake to it. September 25th carries the vibration of a final gate, a portal woven through the fabric of spirit where endings meet beginnings. It is called final not because all is lost afterward, but because this form of opening will not return in the same way. Tonight is rare, urgent, and precise, demanding that Virgo step forward with awareness. The unseen architecture of this moment reveals itself through signs, numbers, and the weight of the air around you. Astrology speaks in symbols, and the waning moon whispers its role tonight. It is the moon of release, the moment where what no longer serves is loosened and let go. Virgo, this is your invitation to empty your hands of what drains you so you can carry what blesses you. The waning moon does not punish, it frees. It clears the path so the abundance waiting behind the gate can flow without obstruction. To resist release is to resist blessing. Numerology confirms the urgency with the vibration of 555, the sign of change, of shifts, of sudden turns that alter the course of life. When this number appears, it is a cosmic alarm bell, not to frighten you, but to awaken you. For many Virgos tonight, 5 will echo, 5 messages, 5 repeated glimpses, 5 sudden impulses, reminders that the 5 keys are not symbolic only, but woven into the very pattern of the hour. This is why midnight matters. Midnight is the boundary between cycles, the line where endings are sealed and beginnings are born. Past it, the gate closes. Before it, all remains possible. That is why your chest feels tight, why your body is restless, why your thoughts swirl with images of release and renewal. You are not imagining it. You are standing on the threshold of the unseen. The signals of this gate manifest in déjà vu moments, in chills that arrive without warning, in repeating numbers glowing on clocks, in dreams that carry messages you cannot ignore. The danger is in fearing them, but the call is simple: awareness over panic. To know is to master. To understand is to step through without trembling. And as the weight of this mystery settles in, you will see how the first key reveals itself with clarity, demanding that you name the intention before you move forward. The first key is clarity of intention, and without it, no door will open. Virgo, you are known for precision, for detail, for your ability to see what others overlook. Tonight, that gift becomes the first tool to unlock the final gate. Abundance does not respond to vague desires. It does not flow into scattered channels. It demands a vessel, sharp and specific, to hold its waters. That vessel is your intention. You may already feel the symptoms of this key stirring. Perhaps confusion that once clouded your mind is lifting. Perhaps a sudden realization has struck you in the quiet moments of the day. A vision of what you truly want instead of what you once thought you should want. For some, this clarity will come as a word that will not leave your thoughts. For others, it will come as a picture you can see clearly when you close your eyes. Whatever form it takes, it is the voice of the gate asking, "What do you desire enough to carry across this threshold?" There is danger in scattering energy, in trying to hold 5 intentions at once, in asking for too much too quickly. Virgo, your tendency to overthink can become your trap here. The key is not in many requests, but in the one that burns brightest in your chest. Choose it, write it, seal it. Let the universe know you are not confused. Abundance follows focus, not chaos. Imagine a Virgo sitting alone at a desk, pen in hand, writing one intention that feels alive in their heart. The words on the page glow with honesty. Not borrowed dreams, not societal expectations, but the truth of what they long to live. That paper becomes more than paper. It becomes a map. The protocol is simple. Take your intention and write it in the present tense, as though it already exists. Sign your name at the end, sealing it with the authority of your identity. This is not a wish. This is a declaration. Once done, hold it to your chest and whisper, "I know what I want." Let the words vibrate through your being. With this act, the first key turns, and the gate responds. Clarity sharpens the air, the path becomes visible, and what was once blurred now takes form. And from this clarity rises the next step, for an intention alone cannot breathe without the fire of emotion to animate it. The second key is elevated emotion, the living current that transforms intention from silent ink into magnetic force. Virgo, you are skilled at logic, at analysis, at arranging details with care. But logic alone cannot carry an intention across a spiritual threshold. The gate responds not only to what you want, but to how fully you feel it. Emotion is the electricity that ignites your words, the invisible pulse that tells the universe you are not merely thinking about abundance, you are embodying it. Consider how gratitude shifts the body. When you allow yourself to feel as though the blessing has already arrived, your chest expands, your breath deepens, your entire energy field begins to glow with resonance. This is why gratitude is not polite manners, but spiritual magnetism. The gate does not measure desperation, it measures alignment. And alignment vibrates strongest when gratitude and joy rise together. Astrology frames this key as the energy of conjunction, where forces overlap, where everything concentrates into one powerful point. For Virgo, this means drawing your mind and your heart into the same space. When your clarity of intention fuses with the heat of emotion, the gate cannot resist opening. It is the difference between a thought that fades and a decree that reshapes reality. Picture a Virgo closing their eyes, holding their written intention against their heart. Instead of merely repeating the words, they begin to imagine the life where the intention is already true. They see it, they hear it, they touch it in their imagination. The body responds with tingles, with warmth, with tears of relief. That is the moment the gate feels the vibration. That is the moment the lock loosens. The danger here is to remain in cold analysis, to think without feeling, to repeat affirmations mechanically, as though they were tasks on a list. Virgo must resist this trap. Emotion cannot be faked, but it can be awakened. Return to the moments of joy you have lived before. Remember the taste of gratitude, and let it flood your body again as you anchor it to your present intention. As the second key turns, the gate begins to pulse. The clarity of your words is now alive with fire. But emotion without movement still fades into the air. The blessing requires a step in the physical world, and so the third key calls you forward into action. The third key is aligned action, the bridge that brings spirit into matter. Virgo, you know better than most that intention without follow-through is nothing more than a thought drifting in the wind. Tonight, before midnight, the gate asks not only what you desire and how deeply you feel it, but also what step you are willing to take that proves you are ready. The universe meets movement with movement, but it cannot dance with hesitation. You may already sense the pull toward action. Perhaps you have been nudged to send a message, to begin a project, to reach out, to reorganize, or to release something cluttering your space. These impulses are not random. They are signals from the gate, whispering the very step that aligns your inner world with your outer. The action does not need to be grand. It only needs to be real. Even the smallest gesture becomes a declaration that you are no longer waiting passively. Imagine a Virgo who has written their intention clearly, who has felt the fire of gratitude rise in their body. If their desire is for abundance in career, they take the step of updating their portfolio, sending that email, or applying for that opportunity they delayed. If their desire is for deeper love, they take the step of opening their heart in a message, expressing what they once kept silent. In both cases, the action itself is proof of faith. It is a signal that the blessing has room to land. The danger here lies in waiting for perfection. Virgo's nature longs for every detail to be flawless, but the gate does not demand perfection. It demands participation. To delay action until everything is certain is to miss the urgency of the moment. Midnight waits for no one. Each step you take before the clock strikes speaks louder than 1,000 dreams left unacted. The affirmation to anchor this key is simple. I move with alignment. Speak it as you act. Let it echo as you step forward. The universe listens not only to your words but to the rhythm of your feet. As the third key turns, the gate opens wider. Intention has been named, emotion has been ignited, and now action has been grounded. Yet one more truth must be remembered. What you claim, you must also release. And so the fourth key prepares to teach you the sacred art of surrender. The fourth key is sacred release, and it is the one most often resisted. Virgo, you hold on tightly because you care, because you wish to perfect every detail, because letting go feels like losing control. Yet the final gate does not respond to grasping hands. It opens to those who release with trust, who understand that abundance is not forced, but welcomed. To cling is to block. To surrender is to expand. Release can take many forms, but tonight it must be intentional. Take the written intention you have carried through the first three keys, and instead of clutching it as though your life depends on it, offer it back to the unseen. You may burn it safely in a flame, watching the smoke rise like a messenger into the heavens. You may fold it and place it beneath a candle, whispering your trust as the light consumes the darkness. You may even hold it to your chest and say, I release this with trust, before placing it somewhere beyond your daily reach. Whatever form it takes, the act is the same, surrendering control to invite flow. Numerology affirms this truth with the vibration of 999, the sign of closure. 9 is the end of cycles, the finishing of chapters, the final exhale before the inhale of new beginnings. When this number appears, it is not punishment, but confirmation. The old must end so the new can begin. Virgo, this is the vibration of the gate tonight. To release is to honor the law of cycles. Imagine a Virgo who has carried fear for years, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of lack. Tonight, with trembling hands, they place that fear into the flame. The paper curls, the smoke rises, and for the first time, the fear does not own them. It leaves them. In the emptiness that follows, space is made. Space for blessing, space for abundance, space for miracles. The danger here is the illusion of control. You cannot force timing, cannot demand outcomes, cannot bend the unseen into rigid shapes. To try is to drain yourself. To release is to trust that what is meant for you will not pass you. And as the fourth key turns, the gate softens. What was once heavy begins to feel light. Yet the blessing that enters must be guarded, for energy leaks are real, and the final key waits to teach you how to protect what has been unlocked. The fifth key is protection of energy, and without it, the blessing that enters through the gate can slip away unnoticed. Virgo, you are a vessel, and abundance flows only as steadily as the vessel can hold. If cracks remain, if drama, exhaustion, or overexposure drain you, then the very abundance you have called in may scatter before it roots. This is why the last key is vital, to guard what you have unlocked. You will know when your energy is leaking. The signs appear as sudden fatigue after being with certain people, irritation that rises without clear cause, confusion where there was once clarity, or even a heaviness in your body that lingers after unnecessary conversations. These are signals that your field is being drained. Protection is not selfish. It is sacred stewardship of what the gate has entrusted to you. Virgo, your practices of cleansing and order already align with this key. Tonight, before midnight, choose one act of protection. It may be a salt bath, letting the water pull from you what does not belong. It may be lighting incense, allowing the smoke to cleanse your atmosphere. It may be practicing a simple breath pattern, inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8, to reset your energy field. Each of these is a shield, a way of saying, I guard my light. Imagine a Virgo who has just released their intention with trust. They rise from the ritual feeling open, but immediately sense the weight of old energies pressing near. Instead of collapsing, they light incense and whisper their decree. Within moments, the atmosphere shifts. and peace returns. This is protection, not hiding, not running, but standing firm in the light you have claimed. Ethics remain essential. Protection is never about harming others, never about manipulating outcomes. It is about ensuring that the abundance you called is anchored in purity. Boundaries are not walls, they are gates themselves, opening to what aligns and closing to what drains. As the fifth key turns, the gate glows brighter. You now hold clarity of intention, the fire of emotion, the grounding of action, the surrender of release, and the shield of protection. These five together complete the unlocking. The door is open, the current is flowing, and the signs of alignment will soon reveal themselves to confirm that you have stepped into the path of abundance before midnight. When the five keys have been turned, the gate does not leave you in silence. It answers, and the signs of alignment begin to arrive. Virgo, you are finely attuned to detail, and this sensitivity makes you the perfect receiver of these confirmations. They may not roar like thunder, but they whisper with undeniable clarity. The universe does not ask you to guess. It shows you the marks of your alignment. The first confirmations often come as sensations in the body. A sudden wave of peace settles into your chest without reason. Goosebumps rise across your arms when you think of your intention. Lightness fills the air around you, as though the invisible has shifted to remove the weight. These are the whispers of abundance entering. Trust them. Numbers will follow, carrying their messages like cosmic signatures. 222 appears to affirm alignment and union. 777 emerges as a signal that the miracle is already unfolding. 1111 glows like a portal, a reminder that you are walking in step with the unseen. These are not accidents. They are stamps from the gate itself. Emotional shifts also confirm the process. You may find yourself laughing more easily, feeling joy in simple moments, or discovering patience where once there was only frustration. Even dreams may carry messages, symbols, or voices that repeat the same truth. The gate has responded, and if no signs appear at once, do not despair. Often they arrive within 2 nights, carried through the language of sleep. To keep alignment alive, practice a daily act of remembrance. Breathe deeply 3 times, speak a phrase of affirmation, and make one small gesture that grounds your abundance. Organizing a space, lighting a candle, writing a line of gratitude. These habits keep your field tuned to the vibration you chose. Virgo thrives in rhythm, and rhythm sustains the flow. Guard against the traps that can unravel your work in the first 2 days. Avoid unnecessary drama, avoid impulsive spending, avoid oversharing your sacred process with those who may not understand. Protection extends beyond ritual. It is also the wisdom of silence. And when you are ready, seal your alignment in community. Speak aloud or write the decree. I receive abundance. Not as performance, but as witness, anchoring your intention in sound and presence. This is the final confirmation, and once it is spoken, all that remains is to step into the decree that midnight demands. Virgo, this is the hour of culmination. You have carried silence as preparation, turned pain into patience, and gathered the 5 keys that the final gate requires. Tonight, September 25th, is not simply another night. It is the threshold of destiny. Midnight stands before you as both an ending and a beginning, a seal that will not wait. The urgency is real, but so is the promise. You were not guided here to watch the gate close without you. You were brought to step through it. The decree is the final act, the seal that binds intention, emotion, action, release, and protection into one unshakable force. Without the decree, the keys remain unturned. With it, the door swings open into the flow of abundance that has been waiting to reach you. Speak it not in whispers of doubt, but in the full authority of your spirit. I unlock abundance before midnight. Let the words reverberate in your chest. Let them rise like fire through your throat. Let them carry into the unseen where angels and ancestors listen. This is not a request. This is a declaration. It is you standing tall, not begging for favor, but claiming the alignment you have already created. It is the moment where your past no longer defines you, where karmic loops dissolve, where the blessings you planted in silence finally bloom. Say it once, twice, as many times as your heart requires, until you feel the vibration anchor into your very bones. As the decree is spoken, imagine yourself standing before a massive golden gate. Behind you lie the years of waiting, the hidden tears, the fears that tried to silence you. Before you stretches a path lit with abundance, recognition, and peace. The gate glows, waiting. With your decree, it opens. With your decree, you step forward. Now anchor the energy. Share it, write it, speak it in community. I receive abundance. This is the echo that seals your journey, multiplying its power through collective voice. Do not underestimate the strength of shared decree. When many align, the vibration spreads like fire across the field of time. And so, Virgo, you stand crowned at midnight. The final gate is behind you, the keys are in your hand, and the path ahead is radiant. Walk forward with certainty. The night has chosen you, and abundance is unlocked.